Hello Americans, back again. We're going to do our This Is Us episode 2. So I think we left off when me and Kitty found each other again at the Bouquet Club in downtown Boise. I wanted to jump back to high school just for a minute and then we'll go on from there. But back, it's kind of a funny story. First time Kitty came over to my house, which your parents didn't know. They were pretty strict. But so now they know.
Now they know.
So she came over to my house, and my mom, me and Kitty was coming through the door, and you know, and anybody that doesn't know Kitty is her given name. It's on her birth certificate. It ain't no nickname. Yeah. But anyway, so we're coming through the door, and my mom is at the back door calling the cat, of course. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. And me and Kitty walked through the thing, and she's kind of smirking as we.
I thought it was Aunt Sue.
No, it was my mom, wasn't it?
I thought it was Aunt Sue.
Oh, now you're really screaming.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of them, my Aunt Sue, I was pretty sure it was my mom, but they're yelling, kitty, 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 and they turned around, and I was all, hi, I'd like you to meet my girlfriend, Kitty. And man, they turned like this. The most red color. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
And then another thing back in high school is, like I said in the last video, is I was on, or rode a mountain bike everywhere. And it was the first year mountain bikes came out. And but I'd pedal from, which if you don't know the area, but I'd ride, what was it, 8 miles?
I can't remember exactly how far it was.
But it was a long ways, and every day at lunch I'd ride up, meet her for lunch for 40 minutes. And
from
then,
Hillside Junior High to Capitol High.
Yeah, and then ride back. So that was pretty nice. And then another time...
Why did you have to ride up to see me at school?
Well, 'cause I guess I liked you.
Oh.
So then another time on my bike I was over, and like I said, her folks were pretty strict. And I'd never met them until we told me we were getting married. And anyway, I was over at her house, and oh my God, Marshall's home, Marshall's home. And I'd stashed my bike down at the end of the block back then, and behind where they lived at the time, now it's all houses, but at the time was a field with this, you know, ditch. It was a farm field. And so I slid out the back door and went into the ditch, and I just poked my head, and I was watching through the stuff as Marshall came in and got home, and then I crawled down the ditch, got on my bike and left, and we did that. That happened two or three times.
That they do know about.
Yeah, that they did. For years, he called me Ditch. So, but anyway, so there was just a few more that came to mind as we went. So in 1990, I was working, first I was framing walls at a modular building place, and then I became an electrician apprentice, I think, after we were staying together. Or actually we were staying on people's couches
for a couple weeks.
Yeah, now she needs a queen size bed and she don't have enough room, but back then we slept on a couch, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
So then so you tell them.
So, like I had said, I had just gotten off the airplane. I had 3 days worth of clothes with me. That was it. And the picture, the default picture on that last video shows me wearing a shirt that says Captain Waldo because I didn't have any clothes and I had to wear his clothes.
I thought it was because you liked it.
Yeah, that's So, he's working as an electrician apprentice, and me not having clothes with me, I had to find a job that I could get a uniform. So I went to work at Taco Sun because I had uniforms. But before that, yeah, it was before, or was that during that time? He was making, what, $4.75 at the time?
Yeah, I'd worked my way up to $4.75 an hour.
And
was that, oh, that was, yeah, we had gotten married.
Yeah, we hadn't got married yet, so we didn't have a whole lot of money. And it was early in the year, December 29th, when I came back, and we decided that we were going to use one of our paychecks to purchase our fishing licenses. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I remember fishing licenses, a bag of potatoes, and a bag of carrots.
And a pack of tinfoil.
Yeah, and a pack of 10 ounces of butter.
Yeah. One vehicle, of course, because I didn't have a car at the time. So.
Got an Opel Cadet.
Yeah.
With no window on the passenger side.
Yeah, so it was still shut. I had to climb over the edge. So every night after work, we would take the opal down to the river with our fishing poles and our bag of carrots and our bag of potatoes, and if we caught a fish that night, we would have
We'd
fish
have
with
meat,
her.
and if not, we had carrots and potatoes, and I don't remember
Yep.
once just eating carrots
And potatoes, yeah. And
Some nights we
went
had
on
whitefish, but...
Yeah, that went on for months
Yeah.
and months.
No, did it?
Yeah.
That's your little season.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, so then I went to work at Kit Manufacturing as a mobile home service guy, traveling around the Pacific Northwest as a mobile home repair guy.
That was not easy for me.
No, that was, and we just got back together, so then I was traveling, and the deal was when I took the job, and it went, like I said, it was making, when I left modular buildings, $4.75 an hour as an electrician apprentice, which in the long run would have paid off, because my uncle actually owned the place and called me into the office, what are you doing, when I was leaving, and of course at 21 years old or 20 years old or whatever, you're looking at the money now,
Yeah.
and he was telling me, man, stick with it, do your schooling and all that, and then I'd be a journeyman electrician now, but I hate electricity and I hate messing around with it, man, and I had the shit shocked out of me a few times. But anyway, so I went to work at Kit Manufacturing, and it was, I can't remember exactly what the hourly wage, but my checks were over $1,000 a week. So going from $4.75 for 40 hours to over $1,000 a week in 1990 was pretty dang good. So I watch that clock, that didn't click off. So I did that, and of course, call Miss Kitty every night and stuff while we were out on the road. And the deal was I was supposed to go out, was it a week, 2 weeks at a time, and then be back for a week. That was the the routine that we were supposed to get. But it turned out that I'd be out for 3 to 4 weeks, come back, they'd want me to spend a weekend and then go right back out. So I did that for, I don't know, man, not very long.
No.
2 or 3 months, but I remember I was in Northern California, or I think I might have been in Mount Shasta, but anyway, I was in Northern California and called to check on her, and she's crying on the phone, and I told her right then, I was all, that's it. That is it. Man, when I get home this time, that is it.
Yeah.
So, then you talk about us being married.
Yeah, I was going to say, that whole time when you called and I was crying, we
That's what I
were
asked you.
married. No, we were married.
No, when I was working at Kit.
No, because you went out one more time.
Oh, that's right, because I was working at Kit because my wedding, right before my wedding day, getting out. Man, it's the last day.
We have to remind each other.
Yeah, that's right. The last day, or not the last day working at Kit, but before we went and got married, I am stepping off the truck, man. It's our last day out. We're getting ready to head back to Idaho, and I walk right into this pipe. So when we got married, man, I had this big old, friggin'.
He had to kind of like pull his hair down to cover
Had to
it
do the
up.
Elvis thing.
Yeah. So back to the potatoes and the carrots. We were out fishing, and he's over there just, talking, if you can imagine that. Talking. When we're married, and I said, what are you talking about? Us being married, you've never even asked me to marry you. So he set his pole down, walked over in front of me. I was fishing on the shore of the river, and walked out into the river and knelt down and asked me to marry him.
It was cold. But I got her.
Yeah, said yes.
So I got some that day.
Yeah. Yep, so I called my mom, who was in California at the time, and I didn't intend on crying, but I just started bawling. I'm getting married. So we hatched a plan, my mom and I together, that we were going to go down there.
First we were getting married in Boise.
Yes.
We bought our,
we got our marriage certificate, our license.
We got our license.
And we ended up going down there to get married. And
to Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe.
Beautiful place.
Very beautiful. It's a place that my family always vacationed twice a year, so it's really familiar to me, and I was happy to get to go down and get married.
So then we got a, you were just telling your mom the story. She said she hadn't heard something about all those fish and all that. But, so anyway, she was buying a Camaro when,
when I was living in
when she was living in California, and her parents ended up paying the Camaro. It was a '79 Camaro, nice car.
I was a second owner.
They ended up paying it off and giving us that as our wedding present. So then, you know, we thought we were flying back. So we ended up driving the Camaro back to Idaho. And the crazy, you know, we've got the, you know, just married, the little things all over it, all painted up and all that. And we blew a radiator hose in Lovelock, Nevada.
Nicest people.
Yeah, nicest guy. But Lovelock, it just was, you know, it was just so
Lovelock,
kind of just married. Yeah, we had an old boy, old cowboy pulled up, and man, that old boy grabbed the part, ran into Lovelock, came back. You know, I didn't have no tools, nothing. I mean, nothing. And put the radiator hose back on, and you know, I said, man, what do I owe you? And he's all, you kids just have a good life. You know, and that was. So we've been listening to you, man. Everything's beautiful.
Good life.
So I don't know how long you want to go on with this.
I think that that's a good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep. So the next one we'll go into babies and the motorhome days. There'll probably be about 6 or 7 different episodes. So stay tuned.